Welcome back, my dear friends. This is a lecture 20. It's nice to be back. It's been a little while to update my YouTube program and lectures. Life has been busy. You gotta survive life and be part of a competition. This is that we're living in a capitalism system where you have to live a life in which that you have to be part of society. I mean, you have to just follow the crowd and trying to survive and make a living. It's nice to be back, and hopefully you are too. You have your own life and you've been surviving. And I'm glad that you're watching this program, and hopefully we can continue our lectures. Today my lectures is lecture 20, and we will be talking about perhaps the process of for you to reach a level in which that really will change your life. It is obviously what I've been talking about so many lectures. It is enlightenment, or perhaps reaching a level that will make your life more happier, more joy, more harmony, and content. And that's, I believe, is the purpose of life, to reach a level in which you understand completely. As far as concerned about yourself, you understand, at least you glimpse a source of the fountain of life. Even though we cannot basically understand completely, but life is always in process of learning. Life is always process of discovering. Life is always process of exploring and finding new things and learning. So that's the human nature. So now today I will help you to understand how you can perhaps reach that level in which that you can at least glimpse the other dimension of life, which is the consciousness, expertise, awareness, mindfulness. Perhaps you have the characteristic of gratitude and compassion and joy and ecstasy. So living in this modern time, it really is extremely very difficult to find an environment in which you can grow. You as an individual, you came from one cell, and you multiply yourself, and you are what you are today. And that cell, it came from your mother and father, and this cell grow. Hopefully, some cells or some seeds, as I call, sometimes they happen to fall in a nice ground, a nice soil. Some of them, they happen to fall in a very harsh environment. So in a state to have a decent growth through meditation, you have to have you have to living in a really a nice environment where that seed can grow and become a flower. Living in this modern time, extremely very difficult. We're living in a hectic life where life is a very stress The competition is high. You gotta survive. The environment is not good. The air pollution is. The traffic, the commune, traffic jams. It's not pleasant moment to embark that voyage inner world, because before you go to inner world, or perhaps going within yourself, you have to really stabilize, or perhaps balance your life in a physical world. You have to have a right environment. You have to be with the right people. You have to be eating a right, diet of food. You have to be exercising, and then perhaps you may start your journey, inner world. So today's lecture, basically, instead to start your voyage, this is a exploration within yourself. Those people who go to the moon, or the other planets, they prepare for several years to send this voyage to the moon or Mars or any other planets. It's not an easy task. It's the same thing, basically, to be honest with you. It's the same thing when you are going within yourself, trying to capture and be one with your consciousness. It's the same thing. It is a voyage in which you need step by step to follow. That's why it's really that's why it is one of the difficult voyages you can ever undertake, or you can ever start. This journey within yourself is extremely very difficult. It's very complex, because you are byproduct of millions mutations. You see what I mean? Millions of years human has been developing evolution. So your genes has been changing for millions of years. So you are byproduct of those millions mutations. And now you're embarking this voyage to understand about your consciousness. Do you think it's an easy task? It's not. It's extremely tough task. So what do you need to know? What do you need to do instead to start this voyage? Basically, you need the right environment. Environment in which out of stress. I'm not talking about the stress, just a normal life stress, but I'm talking about stress of extreme. That's one. Number two, you have to have a really good diet. Not the Western food. I'm not talking about fast food. I'm not talking about hamburger. I'm not talking about all these junky foods that's in the market. I'm talking about vegetable and fruits. That's what your body needs. So having a right diet is basically, it helps. So that's number two. Number three basically is exercise. Your body, it needs exercise, obviously. Because just obviously, look at your design. Your skeleton is being designed. Okay, now, just look at the design of your skeleton. The joints, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and then below the feet. You see, that is a perfect design for exercise. And then when you have the skeleton, they put on it a muscles which helps the movement. So your design, your body is designed to function in a ways that movement. So therefore, you must, the body, move, exercise. Once you gain certain energy, or perhaps stabilize your body, the diet and exercise, and nice environment, and then you can start this voyage of meditation. So then you have enough energy, your body to move your energy from down to up. You see. So once you conserve this energy, basically, and what happens is that your energy moves from lower part of your body, goes through your spine, all the way up to your brain here, and you move to the what they call third eyes. This is the process. The journey takes I don't know. It depends on your situation. It may take some people. It may take about 20 years, 30 years, 6 years. As far as I know, Buddha, I've heard that it took about 6 years to become enlightened, to actualize yourself. Actualization. You reach a level in which explosion happens in your brain. That means you are activating part of your brain that is being dominant, because this brain that you have is very complex. This is a laboratory. There's so much chemicals reactions is happening there. So many connections, billions connections is happening there. So basically, to start that voyage, that journey, it's a step-by-step or gradual steps that you have to have a right environment, out of stress, having right diets, not Western food that can kill you. That's what causing most of cancers, diabetic, all kind of blood pressure, all kind of stuff. Is the food that is a processing food what kills people. You don't need that. What you need is real plants, foods, fruits and vegetables. And you can find protein vegetables too. If you want a protein, you can have eggs or whatever. But you need a protein, carbohydrates, and fat. And it has to be a right balanced diet. Okay, that's number one. Number two, exercise. Right. Number one is a nice environment. Number two is exercise. A diet. Number three is exercise. So exercise obviously is extremely important because your body has been designed to exercise. The structure of your body is designed basically to exercise. That's how it is. So then you can embark the voyage. Then when you stabilize yourself, you have enough energy, then you start meditation. Meditation basically simply is just watching your thoughts. Sit quiet and do nothing. When you're doing nothing, your process of your thinking, your thoughts stops itself. And then all the energy that you have been using for this connection of your thinking, and that energy basically, it moves all the way up to the spinal, to the your brain eventually comes down to the third eyes, and boom, you're giving birth to yourself. This is a second birth. Then you will understand the source of life. Then you understand the meaning of life. Okay, now let me read for you. This is a very interesting one. This is one of my favorite guru, if you say. He's talking about his experience. Just listen here. This is absolutely true. So when he had the experience first time about enlightenment, okay, this is what he's saying. A lightning flash is true. There's a light, white, electricity, white, you can see him. Sudden flame of incandescency, thrown a momentary but soul. Internal gleam of life in time. A strange quietness enters the soul. A great peace invaded its being. The vision, the spark, the supreme moment of unification, conscious realization, sets the whole being ablaze with perfect purpose. The supreme awareness, the intimately felt present, brings with it a rapture beyond joy, acknowledged beyond reason, a sensation more intense than that of life itself, infinite in peace and harmony, compassion, gratitude. This is an extraordinary experience. Once you reach that level of rapture, you understand about that life is absolutely fantastic. Life is absolutely beautiful. See, people, they may say life is absolutely difficult, but when you reach this level of rapture, great exploration, great explosion, the only thing you could say your life is that thank you. There's nothing else, man, because you experience tremendous unknown world. My dear friend, is extremely very difficult to express or explain about that experience as an individual. But I hope you understand. You have to start the process now. Right environment, stay away from stress, right diet, eat vegetable and fruits, exercise 3 times a week, and then twice a day meditation, morning and evening, and eventually miracle will happen, and then the meaning of life. Thank you very much. I love you, my friend. The best of luck. I hope you will have a wonderful life. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.